Not sure if I said this before, but it is really hard for me to choose the next main PvP ship. It's really difficult to go from a ship like the Orthrus to something else, but I believe that I did found two new ships that I'll fly. I'll fly the Vigilant and I'll fly the Stratios. We'll basically do the same thing on those ships that I did on the Orthrus. Now, speaking about the Orthrus, well, I thought to develop a new fit for it that is more player friendly. Let me just quickly disable the corporation and alliance chats, because who knows what they'll write in there. Alright, so hopping in the Orthrus. Now the build that I have in mind is something similar to a build that I have seen in EVE Online, and here I did plan to change the normal medium missiles into rapid missiles while maintaining basically the same range. And of course, I'm pretty close to achieve that. This is my usual build on the Orthrus that I did use so far. Excellent against battlecruisers and battleships. Basically the only cruiser that's very lethal to be used against any battleship out there, including the droneable battleships. They haven't really been a big threat lately. This is the new build that's mainly focused at engaging frigates and cruisers. As you can see, I'm using rapid missile launchers. Now the rapid missiles have a couple disadvantages. They are kind of slower in velocity and they have a little bit less range. Now, in order to combat the lower range, I'll have to change the ballistic control into a guidance computer. And I also have the point, scrambler and dual webs, a very lethal combination for shooting down fast frigates and fast cruisers. Basically, you scramble them and you web them, and the rapid missiles do the rest of the job. And so far I can tell you, it worked quite well. Now, I did use a missile guidance computer that should improve the missile velocity. Not the missile velocity, but the missile range, the explosion velocity and explosion radius. And here you can see it did improve it quite a bit. Now it's 39 kilometers, almost 40 kilometer range. Now, one important factor that I have to also include here is that I also will have to change my rigs in order to further improve the range on the missiles. More on that when I open up the rig window. As you can see, power grid might be a problem, so you really have to have high cruiser engineering skills in order to be able to fit all of that. Still maintaining dual webs, scrambler and point, and overall that's the main fit against cruisers and frigates. Now you can also use this fit against battlecruisers and battleships with quad points, which I absolutely love to use. Perfect if you love to do solo roams, which this ship is very good at. 39.46 kilometer is the rapid missile range that can be further improved. So this build, in theory, works also quite well against battlecruisers and battleships, which this ship is excellent at engaging. Now you can swap one disruptor into a scanner, which leaves you with 3 points, still more than enough to tackle most ships out there. And of course the scanner, now my scanning skills are pretty good, and I did improve my scanning skills quite a lot. They are maxed out to be precise. It helps a lot at engaging and scanning. Now you can also swap the one disruptor into a scrambler, and you can also swap that one disruptor into another web. With this build you can engage basically anything from a cruiser to a battleship. Of course there are some battleships that you need to be careful around, and I'll explain which ones are which battleships are the ones that you should be careful around in the next upcoming part. Now, as for the rigs, well, I'm still using my old rig setup that works flawlessly with the medium missiles, and here is where I would change a lot. Now, the main disadvantage on rapid missiles is their lower range. and their DPS. So the primary rig that you should go for is the DPS rig and range rig for the missiles. And over here you can see the current integrations that I use. I really recommend rig integrations on the Orthrus because it makes the ship truly shine, and you can achieve maximum potential with integration rigs. Now I'm using 3P integration rigs, and let me just go here, open the window. Now I'm using the ones that are cheaper, but I would really recommend you to go for this one, the 70% 3P integration module. Should improve the stats by further 10%. Like I said, I use this one, which is 60%. It is a little bit cheaper, and of course, when I say a little bit cheaper, it's still expensive, but it's not a billion per rig, it's 300 million per rig. And also, this one would be actually ideal, the 4P integration, because here you can combine both missile velocity, missile range, DPS, and explosion velocity or explosion radius, which would further massively improve the ship's performance and parameters in combat. But again, they are very expensive, so I can't afford them at the moment, which is kind of funny, to be honest. And here we can see on screen the rig integrations that I would recommend, both for DPS, for missile velocity increasement, and of course missile explosion reduction, which helps at applying damage. Now let's hop on the nanocore window. As for the nanocores, I would really recommend that you go with velocity, because if you are already fighting at medium to close distances, then you want to be faster than your target. The main idea would be to go scrambler your opponent, which happens at 20 kilometers, 21 kilometers, and then you can safely apply damage. Against frigates, you use webs at 14 kilometers, and you should kill a frigate and an interceptor in basically 1 or 2 hits. This is the nanocore for speed, a little bit difference in DPS, but a massive difference in velocity that I've noticed with the micro warp drive. And also, let me just go back to the window and dismantle this one, and let's equip this one, which is the one for the damage. Yeah, let's do that. A little bit less speed, but you get a little bit more DPS. I really find that the blue nanocore is perfect for velocity. You get a massive boost with the micro warp drive. As for the pink nanocore, well, any attribute that you pick here is going to be pretty good. For this one, I would still recommend that you go with flight velocity, because you get a little bit more boost in velocity as compared with the tungsten nanocore. And the secondary attributes are also looking pretty good. As for the secondary attributes, I would improve missile velocity, missile explosion velocity, and I would reduce the explosion radius. You can also pick, if you want to, you can also pick the shield boost bonus if you want. Basically, any of these attributes are pretty good, but I would recommend that you go and further improve the missile stats, because it's the Orthrus. It really shines in DPS, and of course, you really would need any bonus that you can get on the missiles, which is going to be my goal when I buy this nanocore. Still haven't bought the nanocore, because, well, not quite sure how the next one is going to be. But if the next one is not that good, then I'll just buy this one that's already there. Now, let's talk about some ships that you should be careful around. And the first one on the list is, well, the Spacepan. Why is this ship so dangerous? Well, it's a Mordu ship, which has basically the same bonuses as the Orthrus. That means the large rapid missiles are going to be shooting cruisers down very quickly, including the Orthrus. Now, if the Spacepan has the normal large missiles, then you can fight it. But if the spaceman has rapid missiles, then you might be in trouble, because they have pretty good range, they have some very scary stats, they're also very quick, and they do a lot of damage. I remember taking a 5000 hit from a Barghest in my own Orthrus a while ago, so this is one of those ships that you should be careful around, because the Barghest is a very dangerous opponent. That also can be applied to frigates. The Barghest can one hit interceptors and frigates without a problem. It is one very scary ship with rapid missiles. You can also get around 150 kilometer range with rapid missiles. The next ship that you should avoid fighting at close range is, of course, the Vampire, because they have some very scary bonuses on webs. They can web you from 30 kilometers, which is well within the range of your scrambler. At distance, at let's say 35 kilometers, you can fight a Balgorn. I did it a couple times. But at close range, you should just avoid fighting a Balgorn. Don't even try to go and scramble a Balgorn with the Orthrus. The Balgorn will kill your capacitor, will web you, and it will just shoot you down without a problem. So the Vampire is one of those ships that you just don't fight up close. And the last ship is, of course, the Vindicator. It has scary bonuses on webs. Dual webs on this ship stops anything in its tracks, and the range on the webs is 22 kilometers, so again, that's within the range of your scrambler. So don't even attempt to scramble a Vindicator, because if it has webs, if it has dual webs, even one web is going to be enough, but if it has dual webs, your Orthrus will just get shot down without much of a problem. Here we can take a look at the bonus. It also has a bonus on disruptor range, so yeah, if you get caught by a Vindicator at close distance, you are most likely going to lose your ship. So these are the three battleships that you should avoid in the Orthrus, because they are scary. With medium missiles, you can fight them because you're going to be at distance, but with rapid missiles, with a scrambler, you should just keep around 30 plus kilometers. 35 kilometers should be your optimal range from all of these ships. But up close, just don't even attempt to go and scrambler any of these ships. And well, let's take a look at the maximum possible range on the rapid missiles with my current build and rigs. 60 kilometers. Interesting. I believe I can get that up to 50 kilometers without the missile guidance system active, which would be optimal, and I believe that will be one of my side objectives for the Orthrus, to make it work with rapids like it works with medium missiles. I think it's actually doable. It will be a nice challenge. The mic warp drive speed 3.1 km per second. I'm using the DPS nanocore, and overall I would still use the velocity bonus on the nanocores on this ship. Alright, well, enough of me talking. I think it's about time to go out and shoot down some ships with the Orthrus, because, well, I'm working on some skills at the moment for the Vigilant, and until then, well, I need to do some PvP, and the Orthrus is just happens to be there, so let's have fun with this ship while it lasts. Alright, so the first target, we have a Drake. What are they doing here? There is no... Well, interesting. Are they sleeping? Or... Well, about to find out. The Drake has been pointed, engaged. Alright, they're locking back. I guess they were looting the wreck from the mission. I came at the right moment. Something about medium missiles on this ship is so satisfying, because... Oh, okay. Drake has dual target painters, and they're also using medium missiles. Alright. Let's increase the range. So far my shield holding out quite well. not any problems with the tank. And the Drake seems to be focused on DPS because I'm going through the shield without a problem. Alright, I'm now outside of the missile range on the Drake. Should be an easy kill from now on. I don't seem to be taking any damage, so that's good. Capacitor battery did its job quite well so far. The capacitor on the Orthrus is pretty bad, you should also keep that in mind. Any ship with a neutralizer can be a very serious problem because your capacitor will not hold out that long without a capacitor battery. The Drake seems to be using a micro upgrade because I see them attempting to go and close the distance between us, but I'm just way too fast for any battlecruiser. Maybe not for a tornado that uses a large micro updrive. Those things are scary, let me tell you. Tornado with large prop mod is scary, and that's where the scrambler kicks in on this ship. Oh, okay, not bad. That's a decent catch there. Like I said, they used a medium micro updrive, which wasn't enough to catch me. Alright, let's approach the sun and let's wait out the criminal timer. Next target. Warping towards the location. The Orthrus is practically the best solo PvP cruiser that you can find in the game because of the bonuses. Mainly because of the bonuses, because you can practically do some insane things on this, and it works. Okay, there is the next target, Brutix. Now that Brutix did shoot down, I believe it shot down one of my friend's Orthrus, so this is quite a time to avenge the death of my allied Orthrus. They're using close range blasters. There is no way that they will and there is no way that they can reach me at this range. And they're also using a micro updrive. That Brutix is fast. You can see my ship maintaining the orbit by moving left and right. And a friendly Vexor Navy just popped in out of nowhere. They tried to steal my kill. Well, a little bit too late. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside of the wreck. Woo, nice. Alright. More faction. More Dead Space loot. Okay, not bad. Let's align towards the anomaly. I'll wait out the criminal timer, as usual. Usual business with the Orthrus. Okay, let's go towards the next target. There was a prophecy jumping through the gate. There's the prophecy. I landed a little bit far away. That's not good. And they warped. Fair enough. I already know where they're headed, so quickly going to intercept the target. Warping towards the gate. The prophecy should be a little bit slower than a cruiser. After all, the prophecy is a battlecruiser. So I have enough time to go to the gate, jump and wait at the other side, which is something that I do quite often. Very experienced at that. You learn that with time and after destroying so many ships. Okay, landing at the gate. Hopefully it's the right gate because the two gates in the system are quite close by. The bubble did not catch any of us. Alright, fair enough. They jumped, I'm jumping, right on time. Perfect. This is perfect so far. This prophecy is going to get pointed at this side, absolutely. There is no way something else could happen. There is the prophecy, quickly tackling. They're pointed. Alright, good. Looks like they don't have any warp core stabs. Or maybe they have, but I'm keeping them pointed without a chance to run away. Prophecy locking me on, alright, that's nice. Seems like they are awake now. They tried to escape, but they failed. And there is no running from an Orthrus. If one wants you dead, well, you better duck, or you better have cloak, because an Orthrus, if it wants to fight, it will fight. I have angry drones on me, preparing the shield booster on time. Seems like I'm very quick for the drones. I'm not taking too much damage. Interesting. Alright, nice. Prophecy has been destroyed. Let's take a look at what's inside of the wreck. Did not see what drones they have. Hopefully it's faction drones. Or Mark 9 drones. Both are fine with me. Alright, nice. Let's reapproach the gate and wait out the aggression timer. Then it's back in action. So far, a very good roam. Warping to the next target, bouncing from the planet to achieve the closest possible warp-in. Should be 100 kilometers, I believe. Alright, warping. Thankfully this ship is very quick in warp. Very agile. I love agile ships. They're pretty good. It's not as fast as the Cinnamon, that's for sure, but it sure feels like a Cinnamon. Alright, we have a Dominix. This is going to be a good example on how this build works with rapid missiles that I have prepared for frigates and cruisers and battlecruisers. Works quite well for any ship, actually. Okay, Dominix has been scrambled, has been pointed. They are not going anywhere. 7 points, by the way. The Orthrus does get bonus on scrambler strength, so it's 7 points of disruption on the Dominix. Dominix is using rapid missiles. Medium rapid missiles, that's weird. I'm not taking too much damage at the moment. I should be able to hold out without a problem. Alright, well, a neutralizer. Only one neutralizer. I have enough capacitor to withstand that for quite a bit. I have to conserve my capacitor with the shield booster. We'll go at 31 kilometer range. Still have enough range with the missiles, have enough range with the point, with the disruptor, so I should keep them pointed. Now the neutralizer is ineffective on my capacitor. When the neutralizer starts fading away, I will reapproach the Dominix and will... Oh, okay. Looks like they stopped neutralizing me. It means their capacitor is down. So let's quickly scramble the Dominix again. They're taking massive damage, and there we go. Nice, that was a nice kill on the Dominix. Let's loot the wreck. I'm starting to really love the rapid missiles on the Orthrus. They are very good. And that's some decent loot. Yep, like I said, they actually used medium rapid missiles, which don't have enough range. Alright, next target. I have seen a battleship warping. Let's quickly intercept them here. Okay, they're here, jumping through the gate. I have 4 points for this one. They are not going anywhere. They're absolutely not gonna go anywhere. Okay, we're waiting for them to pop in on the gate. There they are. Okay, well within the range of the points. They have been pointed. We'll orbit at 35 kilometers. Doing some good damage on the shields there. On zero resistances, I do around 15,000 alpha damage. That's the record, at least, with this ship, with the medium missiles. That's a lot of damage, to be honest. Very scary, like a battleship. Although the average damage is around 6,000 on your average ship, which is still pretty good for a cruiser. It can pop frigates and interceptors. It can pop them very easily with rapid missiles, which again I have experience with, and it works. The armor on the Tempest feels to be odd. Oh, another little destroyer popped in. Haven't seen that ship in a while. Of course, they warp away. Last bit of hull left on the Tempest, then I will go and let's loot the wreck. Yep, that Tempest had very weird armor resistances. That was weird. I haven't seen that build. I haven't seen such a build in a very long time. Alright, that was nice. Let's scoop the wreck. Was pretty good. Where's the gate? Oh, there's the gate. Okay. Let's orbit zero, wait out the aggression timer, and then we can go and chase the next target. And what do we have here on the scanner?
Warp drive active.
Warping towards the target. Another Drake on the menu today. Drakes, Ravens, Typhoons, Dummies are all pretty good targets. One of my favorite ships to shoot at. Favorite faction battleship that I like to shoot is the Rattlesnake and Vampire. Alright, there's Drake. A little bit far away, but should be fast enough to go and point them all the time. Seems like they're not warping away. Okay, pointed, orbiting. That was a massive hit on the shield. We'll orbit at 35 kilometers. Did forget to change my orbit from rapid missiles. Alright, that was a nice kill as well. Let's go and loot the wreck. Alright, not bad. More C-type missiles. They're quite expensive at the moment on the market. Alright, well, that was a very nice roam today. I'm definitely going to keep on improving the rapid missile fit on this ship. It's basically my next goal with the Orthrus. I want something that can be used universally against practically most ships available. And I think I'm getting close to that. So far the rapid missiles have been working quite well. The medium missiles also have been working flawlessly. The only thing that I need to do now is to change the rigs and see what performance I get out of this ship. Well, with that being said, hope that you enjoyed, hope that the builds and the tactics help out on the Orthrus. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.